Well, hello there and welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. Let's get it popping. If you're new here, you've stumbled on to an enchanted cyber temple. Welcome. Okay, we're gonna get it popping. All right, there's no sparkles, but we do get it popping around here. Let's go to the temple. Let's do that again. There we go. That's better. It is so. And we are up in the sanctuary. All right, fantastic. Let's find out what's the deal. Let's pray over the cards. Safety directions are down below, by the way, if you're new here, if you've been rocking with me. What is really good? We dedicate ourselves and this conversation with the ancestors, with the Creator, to generating the energy of peace, bringing clear our creative potential, and seeing behind what appears to be obstacles, things clearly as they are. We call forth accurate answers, accurate interpretations of those answers, and the wise and skillful application of the guidance we receive here today. All right, ancestors, what's good this week? What's good for the priesthood this week? What you want us to pay attention to? Pay attention to this right here. Oh, sorry. Stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. Okay, we got that one already. All right, we'll leave that here. We'll leave that here. Let's get another one. All right, we got that one already. If you're new here, boom, we got that one already. You need to rock with us. All right, fantastic. Pow, stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Let's read that. Okay, all right, that was interesting. That was interesting. See, I told you it's enchanted. All right, absolutely. All right, quit going back to people, places, and things that make you unhappy. Were you sad when you were getting drunk all the time? Quit that. Do you drink every time you see that friend even though you don't want to drink because it makes you sad? Quit that friend. Okay, hello. Does Forever 21 make you feel fat? Tell Forever 21 to go fuck off. That's what you do. Does that lover leave you feeling unlovable? Don't go looking for loving from that lover. Don't go looking for loving from that lover. Oh, that's good. That's good, y'all. It may not be easy, but it's simple as fuck. I know that's right. I know that is right. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Boy, that's deep. Woo-wee. And then stay away from people that make you feel like you're hard to love. I should say that is very similar. I think we got a theme shaping up here, party people. I think we got a theme. So ruminate on that while I get the next deck popping. Ruminate on that. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. That's deep. That is deep. Wow. That's good. You know, that's interesting because that's why I move around a lot. Anybody? I don't know who's like me and moves around a lot. I'm very nomadic that way. You dig it? I'm saying? I don't know. I guess it's a thing. It must be like I probably brought it from another lifetime. Because it's kind of been that way forever. You know? Not for bad reasons, for good reasons. You dig it? Or whatever reasons, you know, it's not always cataclysm is my point. But nowadays I just move around because, you know, it's necessary, obviously. But, you know, but there's no limit to where I could go. Are you anything like me? You never know where you might find me. All right, fantastic. See, I'm in Massachusetts now with witches. Used to get burned at the stake for what we do. Okay? Yeah, absolutely. Very exciting. It's very exciting. All right, so shout out to the witches that got burned at the stake and the regular people who got burned at the stake. Because did anybody, side note, did anybody ever consider, well, what happened to the witches? What was they busy doing in the woods at midnight? You know, maybe there was witches. I'm just saying, side note. But going on to the reading, what is, pull it all together. Open it up, ancestors. What do you got? Well, we're saying this overall, bottom line. Oh, meet the obligation. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Now, this could be several layers. That could be somebody who fell from grace. That could be on another layer. That could be a guy, an emperor that fell from grace. That could be a company that fell from grace. I know that's right. Hello? Heads of industry, heads of state. Hello? Right. Anybody? Right. Okay. And or the obligation that you're under to take care, to stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it, and stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. That's management. This is the Emperor card. He's about managing the situation, managing the empire. So it looks like I'm getting executive decisions out of that. You have to start making some executive decisions. Now, what do executives have to go through? Let's talk about it. All right. Executives have to deal with being hated, not liked, possibly hated, possibly. Okay. And you don't have to earn it, or you could. You could be tyrannical. Okay. There's some tyrannicism in there. Is that a word? Tyrannicism? Okay. I just made it up if it's not a word. All right. Fantastic. So there's some of that in there, right? So you could abuse your power, okay, which you should never do, obviously, which is why it's also the fall from grace card. Hello? Because that's how that works. But I'm getting strong management, obligations to the empire. You are obligated to the empire is what I'm going to establish here today. Yeah. To your own empire that you're building is the sensation that I'm getting. Yeah. Right. Because your empire is an extension as a child of God, right? Your empire is an extension of the Creator's empire, right? So it's like a franchise, right? So you bought a franchise, right? Called the Child of God franchise, right? Okay. For the children of God. And we want to open up our own chapters. Everybody wants to open up, all the children of God, they want to open up their own chapter. And you have to make some executive decisions because it looked like you got some people around you, or somewhere associated with you or in contact with your karmic, cord stream, that make you, they want you to feel like you're hard to love. It's bullshit, by the way, as we well know. I hope so. If you're new to being a child of God and being awakened, it's bullshit. Just FYI. All right, fantastic. You are not hard to love. Somebody lover is broke. You dig what I'm saying? Like they love machine is broken. That's their problem. Not that we don't help them. I don't know what the details are. My point being, that's their problem, quite literally. Not in a brush off kind of way, but literally it's a problem they're having. It's not a problem you're having. You're only having this problem because you stay around this person. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Right. Their journey is their thing to manage. That's their obligation. That's what it means to say that's their problem. That is to say they are the ones who are obligated to fix it, not you. That is what that means. That doesn't mean we don't care. Fuck you and your problems. I mean, it might be that, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that, is all I'm saying. All right. So that's what I'm getting. You have to start making some executive decisions. Everybody can't come. Now, come on now. These are the rules. I get the sensation you're pushing and pulling. Look like you love somebody more than they love you. That could be one of the configurations. And or You love skillfully and someone does not know how to love skillfully. Love is a skill. Come on now. There's many layers. Am I right? To love, there's so many layers. You feel me? So somebody is not as deep as you, I get the sensation. Or they don't love as deep as you. And that is not to say better or worse. That is simply to say they are at a different point in their journey. Yeah, for whatever that's worth. Let's go further. All right, let's go further. That's interesting. Because, I'm sorry, side note is pulling me back. Because I'm getting the sensation of if you take on this is dead weight. That's what this is. This is dead weight. Okay, and that's another way of expressing it's their problem. It's their weight to carry. It's their baggage. And I know these words are usually associated with a lack of care. Okay, but it's really not so much of a lack of care as a shift of how you're using care, how you're applying care. Because at this point, you have to care more about yourself and what you're doing and what you're building and what you and your baggage and your obligations to your fucking self, to God, to the empire of the children of God. You feel me? You can't be McDonald's and selling people Burger King burgers. No, not at all. It has to be on brand. You're around somebody who's off brand. I'm sorry. I don't mean to lower them. That really, I genuinely feel like I don't know any of the details about this person. Okay, I feel like that's besides the point. Is how it's coming to me. That's besides the point. The math, okay, is that this person is it's a dead weight. It's pulling you down. You have an obligation to the empire. Now, why would you allow yourself? I mean, come on, let's do logic. Why would you allow yourself to be taken down, to fall down and break your crown when you know better? When you know how to avoid that? But the only reason why you're susceptible and vulnerable to that is because of this person, whoever this is, or these people, whoever they are. You dig what I'm saying? Taking on their point of view, taking on their interpretation of who you are. Because stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. They're saying, whatever, 1 + 1 times this, carry the 5, this equals who you are, and that is hard to love. It's not true. You got to double check the numbers. If you a child of God, you're not hard to love. That's facts. That's facts. Okay? Life is challenging, sure. Life is challenging, but you're awesome, children of God. Nothing is going to change that. Do you feel me? So that's part of what you got to peel off. That's part of what's bringing you downward, is the parts of you or your thinking that you've taken on from these people who make you feel like you're hard to love. And whatever came of that, right? And then stop looking. This is more proactive. Okay? Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. You already know. That's what that's telling me. You already know. To keep pursuing that would be to self-sabotage and fall down and break your crown. So it's either you're allowing them to bring you down here with the hard to love, or you're bringing your fucking self down, which it equals the same, just like we said earlier. This is basically the same message. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. You're doing that. You're doing that. In whatever way you're doing that, that's what they wanted to talk about this week. In whatever way you're doing that. Not that that's all you're doing, but wherever you're doing that, boom, we want to talk about that this week. We want to stop doing that, says the ancestors. Let us move on. okay, which we said 25 minutes ago. All right, go on, ancestors. Yeah. Sure. Okay, something has to get back started. We're starting new. Okay, I get reform. Okay, I get reform out of that. Okay, hold on. Let's get the third card across. Yeah. The circle of life coming around, going around. New beginnings, cyclical change, hitting the target. Okay, so let's get on to which floor are we going to, ancestors? Let's start on the sanctuary floor. So in terms of management, self-management, taking care of yourself, this is the above and below of taking care of yourself. Okay, this is the above and below on the thing. This is the internal, taking care of yourself here with the High Priestess Empress mixture energy, non-binary floor here in the sanctuary. Madame La Lune doing her thing, reflecting the magic mirror, carving the phases of the moon on the surface of the river, using the river as a magic mirror. Pow, internal, right? The moon, all that. External, Ten of Pentacles. I don't know how much more external can you get. Okay, absolutely. This is the world of matter. This is an earth card. We're hitting the target. We have more than enough. Long-term stability, legacy building. Hello? We have a legacy to establish, to perpetuate, to maintain. Get off on your floor. Something has to be renewed. I get the sensation how you do it has to be renewed, reformed. How you do it. There needs to be some budget cuts or layoffs or, that sort of thing. Helping hands here with the ancestors. The ancestors, I get the sensation, are like internal affairs. They are coming to regulate the regulators. This is another quality control for those of you who've been rocking with me. This is another quality control situation here. All right. And this is like a, what do you call that? The health inspector, the building inspector. Like to make sure everything is tight, everything's on code. Okay, so there's somewhere where you're off code, look like here. Something, someone, some people, something is off code. Okay, and where they're off code, your proximity is, how close you are to being off code. Your proximity to these people who's off code, or to this person. Get off on your floor. I don't know what it is for you. But you have an obligation to your happiness. You have an obligation to self-love, to a divine union with self. You have an obligation to push that agenda, because this is the emperor, right? He's about things that are very real to daily life. Do you feel me? Okay? He's the short-term and long-term planner. He gets it all done. You feel me? And there's plenty to do in this card, in this particular Emperor's card. There's plenty to do. So it has to be done just so. Meeting the obligations, it works out well. Don't meet the obligations, it doesn't work out well. So something is at stake in this card. In this particular Emperor card, something is at stake. So that is not to say anything except it's time to turn a corner here with this dead weight. Okay, and I don't know, you might care about these people, person. So I don't mean to be insulting toward them, but that's what it boils down to. It boils down to, this is a person who is under the same obligation to maintain their own, situation, you know, their own business, handle their scandal, as they say. Ace of Pentacles, something is renewed, something needs to be renewed, okay, there's a falling from grace here. There's a falling from grace. Look at this. This is all harsh. You know, this is all, I mean, this is kind of soothing, but it says because some harsh shit just happened. You dig what I'm saying? So it's soothing. Here's the burning of the bridge. Here's the thugging it out. Okay? So let's go on. See, can you see that? Let me push it up. I see. I get accountability here, and I get someone who is responsible for the burnt bridge has to take accountability. So, or the end of resources. That's another thing, because that's actually more in keeping with the theme of our story here. Can't do it no more. That's the sense. Can't do it no more. That's it. It stops now. Stops here. Right here. Yeah, that's what I get here. Okay, because that's wise, cool, calm decision-making, cat energy, executive decision business. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to take care of yourself, period. That's an obligation. Okay? And that is to say this is not to beat you in the head or with a whole take better care of yourself, you know? Like, we all get it. Come on, you know? That's not the issue. All right, what we're saying is move your energy that way. We're doing it different. We're doing it different. We're not manhandling ourselves into changing. We're not forcing ourselves into being healthy and happy. Okay? What we're doing is we are looking at the math. We're doing the accounting. We are managing the kingdom. We are managing the empire, beginning with ourselves. Beginning with ourselves, we're starting new. Perhaps we didn't do a good job managing our own empires in the past, right? Welcome to Earth. That's part of the process. Nobody makes it on the first jump. Neo, hello? Right. It's okay if you fell and bust your ass. It's all right. Okay? That's how it goes here. All right? But you making this executive decision, that's the real magic. That's the real lesson of it all. To bring you to this place. Do you feel me? To bring you to this understanding where you are the emperor, non-binary floor. You are the emperor of the shit. Understanding that things are at stake. You see what I'm saying? You can't trade yourself for this person who's making you feel, or people who's making you feel like you're hard to love. This could be societal as well. It could be at work. You know what it is, many layers. Get off on your floor. All right, whatever it is, it's not healthy for your kingdom. You can't do it anymore. No more resources. Can't keep doing it this way. Gotta apply a new strategy, a new method of approach, a new goal, a new target, a new way of hitting the target. Or when I try to hit the target again, we're going to take these things into consideration that we didn't take into consideration the first time. Okay? But there's still some potential left. We can still get this 10 of Pentacles. That's the important part. But the reason why we might have missed the shot in the beginning could be because people was making us feel like we was hard to love, so we didn't have good, form. We didn't move confidently. We didn't have that motivation and momentum and inspiration to come up with the best shot. you know, to say, oh, you know what? If I get up on that thing, you know, and hang like this and wrap that around there, you know what I mean? You would have figured it out if you had more belief in yourself. These people made you feel like you was hard to love, or this person, or this thing, or this business, or this philosophy, yada, yada, yada. Get off on your floor. Made you feel a lack of confidence. That's why you missed this shot. Because you didn't bring your full potential to making the shot. Bring it, ancestors. Bring it. Okay. Pow, helping hands, ancestors, original death card in my deck. Bring it. Okay? Bring it. Ancestors, bring it. Okay? Fantastic. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. You keep repeating bad habits. You keep repeating the very thing that's making you miss the shot. You dig what I'm saying? You got to cut this out. Got to stop looking for the happiness where you lost it. Okay? So that could mean a different industry. That could mean a different way of approaching the same industry. That could mean working in the same industry but not for that company. Okay? Get off on your floor. All right? Infinite layers. Secrets of the deep. That's another thing that we maybe didn't take into consideration. All right? The way it makes us feel. You know what I mean? Do we feel well supported? Stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love. Are we well supported? Why are we hanging out with people who make us feel like we're hard to love? Why do we keep going and hanging out with them? Why do we do that? Hello? That's why you're not making this Ten of Pentacles shot. That's the falling from grace. In this case, children of God, falling from grace was you abdicating. Is that the right word? I'm going to stay away from it. Okay? I want to say abdicating. I don't know if that's the right word. I have no idea. But giving your power away, right? The smart people knew what I was trying to say. All right? Thank you, smart people. So let me know down below if that's the right word. Abdicating power. Let me know. All right? So I can, be smart like you. So, all right. And we're giving our power away to these people who tell us we're hard to love. Give me your power. I know how to use it better. Give me your power. I'll do the right thing with your power. You're not doing it right. You're doing it wrong. You don't know how to use your own power, says these people. Okay? I get the sensation these are people we care about, or at least in some capacity. We need their, approval if we're at work. We want their love if they're family members or friends or loved ones. We want their agreement. We want their support. Because we feel like it should be built in. You know what I mean? So, or your lover. Could be your lover, somebody you've selected. Out of the world to love, and you feel like, hey, you're not very supportive or loving toward me. You try to make me feel like I'm not worthy of love. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm getting the sensation that there's a serious conflict with whatever this is. It doesn't have to be loud or aggressive. It's something that doesn't work. It's something that just doesn't work. You can't keep doing this. And I don't mean, I'm getting tired of doing this. I'm almost at the point where I can't do this anymore. No, I'm talking about today. It has to stop today. That's what I'm talking about. Whatever that is in your life. What is it where it's got to stop today? And I'm not talking about what you ought to stop, what you should stop. I'm talking about what is going to stop today as far as you're concerned. Do you feel me? Now you maybe can't unfold the entire plan, the entire pivot today. You can't maybe listen, I'm moving here. I'm going to be living here doing this. Like, okay, you might not be able to get all that done today, but perhaps you've made up your mind today. You stop doing whatever it is that roots you in that spot that you're in so that you can begin to move to the spot you want to be in. Like, there's some indicator, okay? And that's what they're talking about. It's something you know what this is. Okay, get off on your floor. But because of this behavior by you, the looking for happiness where you lost it, and the keeping on hanging out with the people or entertaining their ideas, or again, family, friends, society, work, business, yada, yada, yada. All right, all of that. That's what's been causing you to miss this shot. This Ten of Pentacles shot, where you have more than enough for the empire to continue to build your empire. You know what, ancestors, thank you for stopping by. Okay, anybody? If you've been rocking with me for a while, we got to thank the ancestors every so often for stopping by and putting us on to shit that's been sitting right in front of our face, and we just cannot see it or cannot bring ourselves to acknowledge it or believe it or whatever. Okay, so pow. Can't do it. Executive decision. This has to change now. We're going to begin again. Going to, have a clean slate here. We're going to erase this. Going to erase all this. Okay, I'm seeing a whiteboard, blackboard. Erase all this. And we're going to work a new formula. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. And that's how you get your Ten of Pentacles popping. You get yourself back even. Back soothed, back healed, back beautiful, whatever it is. Caretaking yourself on whatever scales. Okay, on all of the scales, because this is a Ten of Wands energy. Functions, but it's sharper. It functions like a Ten of Swords energy. But it's not necessarily about betrayal, but it can be. Just like this can be about betrayal, jealousy, or tyranny. But then you have the cool cards here. You see what I'm saying? So it's about soothing this. And then here's this management energy. This has to get done. This is an executive decision here. Thugging it out around the wheel. Time. Wheel of Fortune, that's time. Change, spinning, cycles. Here's cycles here. Here's cycle of life. Circle of life. What's going around is coming around. Death, birth, death, reincarnation. So it's like something has taken a long time, or you've been doing something a certain way a long time. It's divine time for this method to change, because it's time for you to hit the target. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. It's the secrets of the deep business. It's the secrets of the deep business. I get the sensation this is known after the fact. That's what the crying is right now for me. Like how it's coming across. Okay, so something came to pass. And it didn't work out, and it's because of this dynamic right here. Looking for happiness where you lost it. People or person treating you like you're hard to love. Internalizing that type of shit. Say it's not something specific. Internalizing that type of shit in life. You feel me? That's the sort of thing we're talking about here. All right, so let's go further. I hope you're chilling. All right, pal. Destiny. The star. What you're doing here. Right. You've been missing the mark. I get the sensation. I get also sin. because it's my understanding that the word sin, root word, the history of the word, whatever, represents missing the mark. That's what I get here, a missing of the mark, falling from grace. Now, where we have done that, okay, many layers. Mild to cataclysmic, it's a spectrum out there, right? The scales, many types of scales. Where we have done that, this is why. This is why. This is what we're doing. We're making it harder than it has to be. So glad they stopped by and said that, aren't you? Yeah, we're making it harder than it has to be. That's what I'm saying. We don't have to manhandle ourselves and force ourselves into changing, into being in a higher frequency, right? Because that's counterintuitive. That's counterproductive, right? We don't have to force ourselves to be good or happy, right? And that's why that doesn't work, right? I know that's right. Absolutely. That's always been my my theory. Like, for instance, breaking bad habits around substance. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think manhandling is the shit, because then the toxic energy is always redistributed to something else. Like, oh, okay, so you don't smoke, now you eat too much. Now you're eating the wrong shit, now you eat a lot of junk. Yeah, so you're still gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So, so to speak, you feel me, right? Okay, cool. This is just an example of what I'm talking about. And you need God. That's what you need. That's essentially what you need to solve every problem. God is the solution to every problem. Now, when it comes to the helping hands and the ancestors, that's when we get into the details. Now, that's where the devil likes to hang out, right? So now we have to get into what it takes to survive, where we gotta live, right? Okay, right. So how to have these divine principles and what it's going to take to thrive and survive where we got to live, because we got to live where the devil is at, in the details. Secrets of the deep. Hello? The world is in the marketplace card. That is the Wheel of Fortune card. This is major arcana, people. This is major arcana up in here. This is major arcana. The star, major arcana. So you see how it's in the details? You feel me? Because this is at the end. Boom. Which means all of this is unfolding. A bunch of shit that's off card. Whatever happened before the destruction. Destructive things, habits, people, places, and things. That's before. So there's a lot that happened before we get here. To the major arcana where it gets concentrated. You dig what I'm saying? And then look at the details. You see, the major arcana that's happening early is quiet. It's in the details. You got to know about it. You got to be about it. So something happened there with the Ace of Pentacles here, with the destruction of the former world, burnt bridges, end of resources, thugging it out. Had to thug it out. Had to thug out something that was like intense, or had to thug out something for a long time. Okay, get the full resonance on that. Okay, a lot of things can fit that description, but I'm not talking about all of those things. I'm talking about when you was around people and you were internalizing the perceptions of people who were making you feel like you were hard to love, or making you feel codependent. You know, like, give me your power. You don't know what to do with your power. Give me your power. I'll be in charge of your money. I'll be in charge of your this, your that. I don't know. Get off on your floor. Or whatever bad habits you had, because you had maybe what do they call that? The syndrome. What's the syndrome, y'all? Smart people. What is it? It's Holland. No, it's not Holland. It's named after a country. Swedish. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's somebody's syndrome. Who is it? Okay, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, right? Where you tend to get attached to your kidnapper, to your captor, right? Whatever country it's named after, that's what I'm talking about. I can't think of it right now. Anyhow, that type of behavior, okay, where you're going back to the people who harm you. You're spending time around people who hurt you. Mild to cataclysmic people, I'm getting the sensation that none of it is acceptable. You know, that's interesting because I used to be like that, and I'm only recently turning a corner. Because the thing is, hang on, let me get comfortable. Because the thing is, for me, if you're anything like me, I like people who are honest. And sometimes that means they say, you know, rough shit out of their mouth. I like people who keep it real. If rough shit is real, then let it be that then. Number one. Number two, I'm not going to stop you from being yourself. Number three, I don't know. I feel like it keeps me sharp. You dig it? It does. It sharpens my sword. Because, you know, you come at me, I'm coming back at you. And twice as hard. But I'm going to make it look real easy. You dig it? I was like, do you feel me? So I'm just, you know, but at the same time, eventually that becomes toxic. If this person doesn't know how to express themselves in a loving manner. You know, if you don't know how to be sweet and kind. You know, like I can be rough, but I can be sweet and kind. So people who don't have that balance, I feel that that's a problem. And it becomes toxic. But I'm getting the sensation that right now, it needs to be more loving than not. Like people who don't express themselves naturally in a loving manner. I feel, I don't know, how can I say that in a loving manner? Because that's highly subjective. I don't know. Hear me and feel me. All right. Because I don't have time. All right. So hear me and feel me. I feel that there's a range on that. Mild to cataclysmic. But, you know, like I like, for instance, I like smart asses that are also intelligent. Don't be smart all the time, like with your fucking smart ass comments. You know, not all, you know, it's a time and a place. Okay. Can I say that? It's a time and a place for the shit. And I'm getting the sensation that this is not the time or the place. That's the sensation. You know, like you can talk like that if you can back it up, but you should take it easy. That's the sensation I'm getting. You know what I mean? So, something was blocking the star. We was making it harder than it had to be by taking on this dead weight and by these negative habits. And I mean the habit of, all right, I'm gonna leave it there. Because I don't mean things you can't do or things that's hard to do. This is something that's easy to do. You're making it hard. You feel me? This is not like kicking a habit of substance abuse. This is not that. This is not that. This is you have all the power and energy that you would need. You just have a sentiment. There's a sentiment about it. For whatever reason. There's a sentiment around it that causes you to not want to do it. Not want to distance yourself, stay away from people who make you feel like you're hard to love because of what, you know, happiness, I guess, that they do bring. Or, like I said, you identify, I hope you didn't hear me swallowing my coffee, forgive me if you did. Or you just, because they're family or because they're this or that, you feel like you have to keep them, you know, or stay around them. Or whatever, you know, it's like that. Also, this could be where we're trying to change people. We don't accept, you know, when people tell you who they are, believe them. You feel me? I don't know if you can give a hard black and white to that. I don't know. Okay, because that's not my philosophy, but it sounds good, but that don't mean it's absolute. In every application, you know, I'm big on the spectrum. So, but stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. You're in control of whatever this is. You're in control. This is not like your body is craving it. This is not that. This is not that. This is a feeling of obligation. This is baggage. This is something you already want to put down. That's the sensation I'm getting. You already want to put this down. You already want to stop doing this. That's the sensation I'm getting. But you don't feel comfortable doing that. You feel bad or you feel like, oh, you feel obligated. I get the sensation that you are not. This is an imagined obligation. And at this point, it's compromising your ability to hit your goals, reach your goals, hit your target, and make it through against all odds. Clear road. You know, another thing I'm getting from this is no matter what happened in the past, that has nothing to do with whether or not you can reach your goal now. You just have to be strategic and manage your empire. And that means cutting this shit out right here. I want to say cut it out before it becomes a problem, even though it already became a problem here with the destruction of the past, potential of the future. You dig it what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry, had to shift the music. They was getting hype. Okay. Sorry about all the jazz all the time. It's just that I can't put on regular music because then it's going to be too funky. I'm going to get distracted. Okay, so, yeah, there's a lot of bullshit in the world. There's a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of falseness, or perhaps some people that are close to you were deceptive about how they felt or with their feelings, or they want to take more than they want to give. They don't want to help you build the empire. That's another thing. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, what it takes for you to generate whatever your power is, what it takes for you to give or do whatever it is you give or do. People don't get that. They don't get the process that's involved and what you personally need to bring yourself to it. And, but they want the benefits of that. They want the benefits of that. You dig what I'm saying? But they don't want to give equal value. They might not be able to give equal value to that, but they also don't want to give you the respect and the space that you need to cultivate, you know, that in yourself. Or they don't want to cultivate that in themselves. Okay, these are all the dynamics I'm picking up on. Okay, also there's a mirroring going on. There's a lot of mirroring. Here's the magic mirror. Here's my girl with the magic mirror. This is looking like this could be on the lover's floor as well. Because she's, you know, she's sparkly. She sparkles. Reaching out for an opportunity to connect or divine time for something. Thugging it out and change. Okay, let's go back to the sanctuary. The work you have to do to stay out of Narnia. Okay, yes, I know that's right. I know that is right. You're making yourself work twice as hard to stay out of Narnia by having these people around. That's the sensation I'm getting. You working twice as hard. I'm going with twice as hard. It could be more. Okay, but I'm just saying. You're giving out a lot of energy here with the King of Cups. Okay? And they're giving you the illusion that they're giving out a lot of energy, but it's really not. It's just they're using their energy to throw their bags onto your back. It's the sensation that I get. You know, now these bags could be energy bags. It could be literally bags. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But they're putting these bags on your back, but it's coming across like, you know, oh, I care about you. Here, hold my bag. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't let you hold my bag like this. You feel me? You see what I'm saying? Their love language is dumping all their problems on you. You feel me? Hello? And it's not that you love them any less necessarily, but, you know, that's not really helping you to be happy. You know, the dynamic is not improving. You feel me? That's the bottom line. The dynamic is not improving. Now, you're not here to judge them on how far they've come in their journey. That's not what we're here to do. It's not an argument. People could be wherever the fuck they feel like being. All right? And that's, if you're new here, that's behind all of my advice. When I'm giving you advice, me, Maya, When I'm giving you advice, at the end of all the advice is do what the fuck you want to do. All right? Abso-fucking-lutely. Hello? Because no one has the time. All right? I'm just letting you know if you're anything like me. And if you're not, whatever, do your thing. Okay? So she's doing her thing. All right? You should do your thing. They're making it so you can't do your thing. Look like here. If I do my thing, but what about what happens to them? If I do my thing, what are they going to think of me? If I do my thing, they're not going to love me, care about me, support, whatever. How much support you getting now? They support you when you carrying their bag for them. They in big support of that. Hello? Right. They in big support of you doing the work for them. That's when you get all the support. Absolutely. Okay? That's what they're pointing to. I'm not saying that happens all the time and in every way. But where that is happening, that needs to stop. Okay? That's why you're not getting this 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot at stake. I did say that in the beginning, right? There's a lot at stake. So even if whatever they're doing is small, it's having a big effect. It's having a 10 of Pentacles blocking the star effect. And we already know about blocking the star from my hard rocks. If you're new here, you don't block the star. You don't do that. You don't ever let that happen. And by taking on these people, perception or the people themselves or whatever the situation is, or keep on, trying to get them to be who they're not. So, so you could be happy. Oh no, give me back like I'm giving you. They're not up to that. They're not up to that. So what does that mean? Because you have an empire to maintain. What does that mean? You have goals to reach. What does that mean? You got to take care of yourself. So what does it mean that they're not up to that yet? That's not your problem. That's their problem. Executive decisions, y'all. It's time. It's divine time. I'm not interpreting the lover's floor, by the way. Okay, but something is going on the lover's floor. New beginning type shit. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, you gotta follow your instincts. Follow your instincts here, and again, do you. Clear road, clear road. Clear road guided by the spirit. Cyclical new beginnings. Following your instincts. Okay? And following your instincts in this card, meaning don't wait around to understand all the details. Just move forward, begin again, take care of yourself, do your thing, whatever that is. Walk away, walk toward, whatever you're doing. Right up in here. That's a must. That's how you manage it. This is the reform. This is the reform rolling out right here. Okay, don't worry so much about what to say. That's the sensation that I'm getting. Just make it plain. Okay, I get the sensation, just do it. Just do it. All right, see you later. If you're walking away. Hey, on my way. If you're walking toward. That's it. Don't, no need to talk it to death look like here. There's no need. Just do it. Just begin. Okay? Because she's new cycles. Okay? She's new cycles. She's doing her thing. She's taking care of herself. She is sparkling on the side. All right? And just go toward your happiness. Go toward your star. go towards your goal. Keep going against all odds. Okay? Just be plain. Cut off the head of corruption. Don't allow nothing. Don't allow this business. That's it. Once people start making you feel like you're hard to love, they can feel how they want to feel, y'all. I mean, to me, you have breached the contract at that point. You dig what I'm saying? Now, whatever I was obligated, to say, to do, to whatever, that I can do as I please with that now. Now, thankfully, I'm still a loving individual. I'm not going to get but so crazy, generally speaking, anyway. But I owe you nothing once you breach the contract. You dig what I'm saying? I owe you nothing. And so that's the sensation that I'm getting here. You owe this person nothing once they breach the contract. You know what I'm saying? The deal is off the table. That's the bottom line. They need you to feel like you're hard to love. Let's talk about that. Hold on. Let me just get the last two cards down here. Yeah, I get the sensation of, if someone disappointed you, you don't need to discuss all the ways they disappointed you, or someone is trying to, make you feel sad, or they don't care if you're sad or whatever. Disappointed doesn't have to be sad, could just be disappointment. A lack of loyalty, a lack of respect for your authority and confidence in life, perhaps. I don't know. Again, this is the non-binary floor. It is wise, because of that, because of the disappointment, because of the lack of loyalty. It is wise to move along, is the sensation that I'm getting. It is wise to move along because you have to take care of yourself. You have an empire to manage. You have goals to meet. You have a path to walk. You don't have time to be carrying dead weight and putting your destiny at risk of not being reached. Putting yourself at risk of not meeting your obligations to God. You don't need to be at risk of that, y'all. Hello? Right. For what? Because how would you explain that to God? If God says, okay, I put you here to do this and to win in these ways, and I made sure you had the ancestors so you would have all the help that you could possibly need. I told you against all odds, you will be successful regardless. Okay, I will pay you. Don't get caught up in Narnia thinking it's never going to happen. I will pay you, says the Creator. Okay, that's what I'm saying here. These people are telling you something else, or you wanted to hang out with them, or you needed their approval, and so therefore you decided to put what I created you for to the side because you didn't want to hurt such and such's feelings? Am I understanding that correctly, says God? I mean, really, what would you say to God that would explain why you didn't show up to work? To manage your empire. The empire. So you're sitting here like, oh, there's no more resources, yada, yada, yada. And the Creator is handing you an empire and all of the assistance and equipment you need to have that empire thrive for the benefit of all beings. And you put that to the side because you was trying to change who? Because you was trying to bring who? Because such and such said you couldn't do it when I told you you could? I mean, how would you explain that to God? Do you feel me? Right. Did I put it in perspective for you? I hope that I did, children of God. Cutting the head off of corruption, as simple as that. There's no need to send no message. There's no need to explain it to death. Okay? See ya. That's it. That's it. New beginning. Following my instincts. Also, this is quick. This is Eight of Wands energy, even though it is technically the Eight of Cups in my deck. But that's meaningful too. It doesn't function like the Eight of Cups, however. It functions like the Eight of Wands with the speed of delivery. Okay? The speed of delivery, okay, is I don't know why you did that. You know, I don't know why you do that to the person who is trying to make you feel like you're hard to love, or the people, or the system, or the philosophy, or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? You don't know why, but at this point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's putting the goal and the destiny at risk, and your ability to persevere at risk. Period. It's nothing to discuss, really. I'm sure you've already discussed it. Now you got to come to terms with it. I get the sensation. Okay. Go on. Last pillar. Exactly. Do you feel me? That's why we ain't got time. See this? The devil. You see what I'm saying? It's real, people. It's real. There's a devil loose. We have an empire to maintain. We don't have time for these people. Whoever they are, God bless them. I don't know. You might love these people. I don't know who these people are to you. Okay? You might really love these people. Okay? Dead weight is the math I'm getting. Yeah, dead weight. So maybe that means it's a loved one, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to physically leave. You know? Maybe that just means you need to leave their point of view. You know, leave how you apply yourself to being in that relationship. You know, like I can no longer prioritize your worries or your so-called concern in the form of crabs in the barrel. Your concern is holding me back. That's the bottom fucking line. If it's the bottom line, that's the one I'm talking about. Okay? I'm not talking about the other line. I'm talking about the bottom line. Okay? In this particular situation where they're trying to make you feel like you hard to love, that's the devil's work. You got to know the devil's work now. Hello? Oh, he's a brilliant artist. A con artist is what he is. Abso-fucking-lutely. And he plays in the space between times. He plays in the space between the endings of cycles. You know? He's in the details. So that's where he starts, because you know how God take his sweet fucking time doing some shit. You feel me? Here. King of Cups energy. Giving, giving, giving. Nobody can give at that scale, right? So your check is delayed because you're busy serving, and that's where the devil plays. That's what I see here. Divine timing, take a long time. Here, time, change, wheel of fortune, cycles, cyclical, new beginnings, cycles, and that's where he get up in your ear, in between events. Oh, like it's God coming. Persevering against all odds. I don't think he's coming. You might end up on the plantation for the rest of your life. You might die on the plantation, says the devil. Okay, well, pop into your emperor energy and manage this motherfucker. Make some executive decisions around here about this dude. We can't have devils loose. As simple as that. Not around us. Not in our empire. You feel me? Speaking of being burned at the stake, all right? Maybe sometimes there's a time for that, certainly with this devil. Plotting. Yeah, the devil's plotting and planning. Plotting and planning and being cold-blooded about the damn shit. Abso-fucking-lutely. Again, Give me your power. You don't know what you're doing with it. We're in the face of a loved one. We're in the face of someone we care for, or someone we feel obligated to. Maybe we don't love them. Maybe it's the boss. You know, we do have the King of Swords here. You know, maybe it's law enforcement. Maybe it's the government. You know, bottom line is, if they got you in your head, if the devil got you in your head, right? Because we do have Narnia here. We got the devil and somebody could be in their head about this, you know, about, you know, walking away from somebody who makes them feel like they're hard to love. You know, this could be how you are in your head about walking away from somebody that makes you feel like you're hard to love. You know, like, what's the fallout gonna be? You dig what I'm saying? And also, you know, maybe if I say it like this, maybe if I do it like this, I'll be happy, or we can be happy, or this will work out, or, you know, then they can come, or, you know, whatever it is. You don't want to leave them to what you know is going to be a less advantageous position to be in, whatever that it is, because of the future of what's unfolding on the planet, because of their financial situation, because of their mental health situation, because of that, whatever it is. Listen, people, here's what I know. This is not your problem. This is a fact. Anywhere, I mean, we can help, because helping hands. We can help, and we can help. All right? Because we like to help, right? And we can help anybody and everybody that we can help, until it gets to a point where it starts to conflict with our goals in life and our destiny and what we were made to do here on earth. When it starts to come to a peak and you have to choose to either prioritize their priorities or prioritize your priorities, that's when you have to start making some executive decisions, people. You feel me? That's when you have to start doing it, and you got to be cold-blooded, especially when you're dealing with the devil. You got to be cold-blooded. That's that ruthlessness again. Okay? Absolutely. That's the ruthlessness. All right, you might hear some noise in the background. I got movers moving in some furniture here, so not to worry. Just let it come and let it go. But here's the thing. Somebody is trying to corrupt the temple. Now, I've been saying it like they're peripheral, whoever this is, or whoever these people are, whatever this is, in terms of trying to make you feel like you're hard to love. I've been acting like they're peripheral, but now that we have the devil, somebody's doing the devil's work, and that is pretty serious. That's pretty serious. That's not exactly peripheral. You know what I mean? Like, you can do that in the calculation process, put it to the side and calculate it mathematically, like this is that, this is that factor, and then we do the rest of the math, and you can do that, but in real life, you really would have to take this quite seriously. So just to clarify, you would have to take this quite seriously because, we got the sword family. Okay, we got the sword family. And I feel like this is a very serious event. I get the sensation of, like, say this is on the lover's floor, you would probably be mirroring your lover. Your lover is having this experience on one level and you're having this experience on another level, or you're having it and they're it's some sort of similarity there with the King and Queen of Swords. But here I'm seeing that this is serious business, okay? Because, this is not, King of Swords don't come to play, Queen of Swords don't come to play. So Queen of Swords is walking away because she's getting the math of this is not adding up to, what's worth my time. This is not adding up to what's worth my energy, what's worth my presence. You dig it? he's adding it up to, okay, if a person would do that, that's actually an act of evil. That's actually an attack. That's a counteraction. You are trying to counter my frequency. You are trying to be at odds, against all odds. So that means the King of Swords said, well, if it's against all odds, that means there's odds. Well, who's bringing up the odds? Who's doing the against energy? That's what he want to know. He sees it's the devil. So now that's serious. Okay, so that's something that he has to apply his okay, look, sitting prettily. Right. Because sitting prettily must take place in the temple. Now, this is physical representation of emotional connection. This is also confident that God loves us. And then here we have the sanctuary card, which is major arcana. By the way, devil, major arcana. Here's the original death card in my deck, the divine time card, major arcana. So see how much major shit is going on over here? Okay. Major arcana, by the way. With the temperance card, the T-bone ange, the do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law card, right there where you're doing your thing and you're walking away or walking toward, but you're making the executive decision to do such. You know, not looking for approval. This is why we don't have to talk it to death. We're not looking for approval. They don't need to understand. You need to understand. That's who needs to understand. If you understand, then you need to do you. The people who made you feel like you was hard to love, they don't need to understand. That's not necessary. Not at all. Not at all. So I'm getting the sensation here of what has to be maintained, that the King of Swords is observing. You know, the need to maintain the sanctity of the sanctuary, you know, of the temple. And then this being a physical representation, you know, it's like the devil is trying to corrupt your temple. Many layers, right? And that is what the King of Swords is seeing. You know, he's seeing that the devil is trying to unseat this Empress energy right here. Because Empress figure, Emperor figure. You feel me? The devil doesn't want this Emperor, Empress business to take place. Okay, because we got Emperor, Empress, and then we got Queen of Swords, King of Swords. So you okay? Are you getting me? Pow. The devil would like to just insert himself right in between. You dig what I'm saying? And either get up in the King of Swords' ear, misinform him. You dig what I'm saying? Or cause him to not feel confident that God loves him. You see what I'm saying? Or not feel confident that God loves you, or, you know, do you feel me? Or not feel confident that he can maintain the empire, that he can reach the Ten of Pentacles, or that y'all can reach the Ten of Pentacles. You hear the layers on this thing? Okay, abso-fucking-lutely. So it's very important that you stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. God is behind it all. Sanctuary, the devil. Okay. Okay. That's going to change. Thug it out. Okay. Thug it out. It's time. It's a combination of things. It's a combination of things. It's like, you know, you had the power to go home the whole time. All you had to do was click your heels together and say, there's no place like home. Now, meanwhile, everything you went through in Oz, you was wearing them ruby slippers the whole time. Do you feel me? That's the sensation that I'm getting here. You could have been hit this Ten of Pentacles. You could have been hit this bitch. What's the issue? You was trying to take company along. People who are doing the devil's work, who are working against you. You was trying to bring them. You was trying to help them. They was trying to hurt you, or take from you, or take more than their share, or not carry their own baggage, or, you know, get off on your floor. It might not be evil itself. It might just be the devil's work, meaning toxic, not healthy, not divine, not in that direction. Bottom line is it's dead weight. You can't carry it. And I said cannot. Not getting ready to be too tired, not getting almost, not running out of patience. No, this is right now, right here, right now. This is done. You're turning the corner right now. It's the new beginning. Okay? This is fly or die right now. This is fly or die. Okay? So all of the feelings you have, or if you're nervous about, what to say, or talking to people, or telling them how you feel, or being honest about where you're going, or what you're doing, or what you ain't doing, and what you're not gonna do, whatever that is. Are you more nervous to do that based on how they might respond, or are you more nervous to never reach the 10 of Pentacles? Are you more nervous to never reach your destiny? To have God looking at you funny like you was a waste of time? I mean, I'm sure God would have some wiser version, but I'm also sure that there would be that flavor somewhere in your experience. No matter what form you was in, there would be that disappointment energy. There would be that disappointed God energy somewhere. You dig what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, you're not going to want to feel that. No matter what form you're in. Hello? So AKA, even if you're dead, there's going to be some form of consciousness that you're taking that's not going to want to think that you disappointed God. You're not going to want to feel the reality of that if it's real. If you did indeed fall short of your purpose and cause. Hello? All because of somebody? Or person, or a business, or a company, or philosophy that doesn't really give a fuck about you to the level that you deserve according to God's measurement. And that doesn't mean that they're evil. It just means that that's where they're at, and that's all they're capable of. We're not here to judge them for where they are on their journey. But we are here to take good care of ourselves in these ways. And that'll free up your energy if there's a substance issue. And that'll be easier to peel off you without these people. You dig what I'm saying? It'll be easy because, like, let's say it is a substance issue. And you're doing something that is a group thing usually. 2 or more people are gathered to do drugs, happiness will happen, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. The Narnia Bible, right? Okay. That's what I feel it's a good example of. Like if you keep getting high with a group of people, okay, this has come up in my other monastery that I attend in Spirit Street, on Spirit Street. If you're getting high with a group of people and then those people enabling, right? That's been coming up, right? In my other temple that I attend on YouTube. That energy is what's preventing you from hitting your goal. It's preventing you from making all of the changes that you need to make in order to take better care of yourself. It would be easier to peel that substance abuse issue off without these people powering this devil's grip on your central nervous system. Do you feel me? Okay? It's about the devil's grip on your central nervous system, corrupting your temple. Here, with the sanctuary card. Physical representation of emotional connection. You're getting emotional fulfillment from something toxic. And it's not fulfillment, it's Narnia. Right? Feels good for a second, if it's a substance thing. Same principle with these people. Feels good for a second, being around them. But largely, they're having a toxic effect on you, and most especially on what you're doing here. It could be as simple as eating up your time. And instead of spending time maintaining your empire and pursuing your star, you're hanging out with them. And the devil, they got the devil all in their energy. And then you let them in. You might keep the devil out ordinarily, but you let them in, here come the devil. You feel me? Now you got to tussle with this devil. When you know better, right? We were saying that earlier. You know better. Wrap it up. Oh, sorry. One more card. Yes, the inconvenient truth. Yeah. Yeah. The protocol. God is behind it all. Yeah, this is a test of your central nervous system. Okay? This is only a test right here. She sent the test facilitator extraordinaire to come test you, to come test us. All right? She is behind it all. She wants to know that your protocols are on tight and that your loyalty is absolutely unshakable. Because you're a part of the legacy. Okay? Legacy. Ancestors. Ten of Pentacles. You're part of a legacy, a long legacy, it looked like here. I get the sensation of a succession. Heir to the throne energy is what I'm getting here. And you have responsibilities. She's tested you so thoroughly because that's what it takes to be an emperor or an empress. You know, with the divine right to authority. Remember, historically, kings would talk about the divine right to authority. You actually have it, children of God. It's actually a real thing for you. Right? But you can't be a tyrant. That is what we learned, and that's what we know. Observing human history. Otherwise, right? Fall down and you break your crown. As we've seen. Right? So now that's why the testing has been so thorough. That's why the time has been taken. It's painstaking. It's couture. It's hand sewn. You know what I'm saying? It's tailored. Hello? Right. Okay, so this is, I get a tailored suit out of this. Okay? For those of you who don't know, who are not in fashion or never have been, a tailored suit is, you will look at yourself funny forever having bought anything off the rack. It's all politics after that. You know what I mean? After you see what it is to have a tailored suit on your body and to feel like you have clouds wrapped around every curve and angle. And you're like, how the fuck did I get dressed before this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did I come outside before? Right? That's the sensation that I'm getting in terms of your destiny that God has tailored for you. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, how the fuck was I living on this planet for however many years before? This is clearly how you fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? Make these executive decisions. You have to be whatever you need to be to get the job done. Some people are not going to like you. Some people are going to hate you. Some people are going to try to sabotage you, buy your company, slick you out of your company, trick you out of your company, get you to sabotage yourself. You know, get off on your floor. You dig what I'm saying? Because I've been studying John D. Rockefeller lately. Very interesting story, y'all. Look into that dude. All right? And then you can see how they really been robbing and stealing and killing to get what they got. And that's all. Hello? And they call it what? Business. Simple as that. Ruthless. There's a place for that in this universe, look like here. Okay? But it has to be done with care. You got to be ruthless with care, look like here. Okay? And we are the weird people who can pull that off, look like here. All right? With God's help, with the ancestors' help. I get the use of the shadow, the employment, the proper employment of the shadow. Very interesting. Because I get the sensation you will be the shadow, other people's shadow. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get the sensation of. You have to know when to be the light and when to be the shadow. That's the sensation I'm getting here. You have to know when to be the light and when to be the shadow. God is behind it all. Things need to change around here, and it's divine time for that. Thug out this change. Thug out how your changes that you're making. This about changes you're making. You're the emperor. Okay? Non-binary. You're the emperor. Okay? And you're making executive decisions down here with the wise, cool, calm decision-making cat juice. You dig what I'm saying? Nobody else has nothing to say about it. This is your empire you're building. Your first priority is you. The only thing higher than that is God. The only thing you could put yourself aside for is God. And God really is not going to ask that of you too often. You dig what I'm saying? Because usually when God asks you to put something to the side, it's something you don't need right now, or doing it is actually going to be in your best interest. If it's something destructive, like you're going to actually be destroyed irreparably, that's a very rare ask on God's part right there. You feel me? So why would you destroy yourself for any other reason? Do you feel me? Now, if God say jump in the volcano, fine. Right? But after you've done the scientific method on that. Okay? After you've done the sword family thing on that. But God wouldn't do that. Generally speaking. Okay? Never say never, but, generally speaking. Wrap it up. Firm in your beliefs. Boundaries. Management of internal and external pressure. That's a theme. Okay? That's a theme. Yeah, you got to hold it down. You are the law in your realm. Over yourself and over your environment. Right. Okay. Yes. Healing conversation. Healing conversation. It's like I said, it doesn't have to be a fight. It's not a fight. Don't step over the line, man. That's it. There's nothing to argue about. Now, everybody move to the side. Move to the side. Everyone, please. Behind the line. Everyone, move to the side. Please. Get behind the line. Stay behind the line, please. That's it. There's nothing to argue about. Why I always got to tell you to step behind the line? Hey, this is your job. Hello? Cosmic Cops. Okay? Your empire. Your obligation. That's your obligation. So just tell them nicely. Help them to understand. All right? Everybody, the entrance is this way. The exit is that way. Everybody move around this way. Information desk is that way. Show starts at 7. Have a great time. That's it. The rest is punks jump up to get beat down. After that. Right. No, we're not here to have an argument, a debate, a negotiation. This is not a conference. I'm letting you know, here's the boundary. Isn't that helpful? Mutually beneficial conversation. Isn't that helpful, says the Cosmic Cops? I'm letting you know where to stand so you can be safe and I don't have to go upside your head. Isn't that nice of me? Says the Cosmic Cops. You're welcome. Have a nice day. Enjoy the carnival. Right. That's it. Do you. If it's a matter of that. Do you. Go do your thing. I'm doing my thing. Okay? Boom. But this is how we do it here. Says the Cosmic Cops. Says you. Children of God. I'm sorry, ma'am. We have to, sir. We have to have you behind the line. And I'm sorry. Right here. For sacrifice. Okay? Got to. Sorry. Gotta go. Walking away. If that's what we gotta do. Begin again. Okay? New beginning. I gotta put in some new policies and reforms. Oh, yes. Yes, I know. Oh, you weren't doing that before? Yeah, I know. Exactly. And it didn't work out before, so now I got to do this. No, I got to put up the boundary here. Oh, they never used to have a boundary there. Whatever. Do you feel me? We're not here to have that conversation. We already said what we had to say. We said we had to put in some new policies because we was nice enough to answer them back when they were like, oh, they didn't do that before. Well, now they're doing it. Hello? Now they fucking doing it. So you see what I'm saying? You feel me? That's the sensation that I'm getting for sacrifice. So, okay. So let's talk about substances, because for me, the substances are underneath the people in terms of how this energy is coming across. Stay away from people who make you feel like you're unloved. This probably is what led to your substance use, if you have a substance use problem. That's probably what led you to it. People making you feel like you're unloved. Hard to love. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. Okay, so now it's getting toxic. Now whatever the habit is getting toxic. Now it's creating its own problems. Do you feel me? So that's how you would kick a person like you kick a habit. Okay? Like, listen, after I kicked my last ex, I swear to God, I could kick a crack habit after that. You know what I'm saying? Like the strength that it took. You feel me? To walk away. Not that I had much of a choice. You dig what I'm saying? But the strength to not run back to looking for where I lost my happiness. Boy, that took muscles. So I'm saying, think about things you've done that are comparable to whatever it is you need to do going forward. Because something tells me you've done harder things than this, or you have already done something comparable. And if you can do that, you can kick whatever this people-pleasing habit. I want to say people-pleasing habit. That's what I want to say about that. I get the sensation this is a people-pleasing habit. And that stops today. Can't do it. Burnt bridge. Forced sacrifice. Inconvenient truth. King of Swords. Queen of Swords. The devil. God is behind it all. Yo, I'm just saying. Hello? Or else, because falling down and breaking your crown, we can't lose the empire. We cannot. We have to succeed against all odds. There's too much potential here. We can have 10 whole pentacales. We can realize the legacy of our ancestors. Hello? And that's what we need to do. Setting up those boundaries this week. Boundaries this week, people. Boundaries. That's what the ancestors want to see. They want to see boundaries with these people who make you feel like you're hard to love. They want to see some boundaries with you not looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. I get the sensation with those same people. All right. Fantastic. Listen, I hope you got some good juice out of that. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. All right. And hook a sister up for more deep ass readings like this. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom over at Amazon. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely, and by all means get it personal. End of the year, this is a good time for it. My information is down below. I will see you again here soon, party people, behind the black veil.